How to turn a recession into a wealth-building opportunity. When most people hear the word recession, it often sparks anxiety, fear, and visions of financial struggle. But for those who are well-prepared and educated on money and investing, an economic downturn can actually be a golden opportunity, potentially even the chance of a lifetime to secure long-term prosperity and create generational wealth. With the right strategies, a recession doesn't have to be a period of doom and gloom. Instead, it can be a pivotal moment to get ahead financially. Today, we will focus on helping people improve their understanding of personal finance, money management, and investing. If you're serious about taking control of your financial future, you're in the right place. Let's dive into how you can turn a recession into your greatest financial advantage: the value of tracking your progress. During difficult financial periods, it's easy to become disheartened. Expenses may rise, income might become uncertain, and market values could decline. This is exactly why maintaining a system to track your financial progress is essential. Whether you use a spreadsheet, an app, or traditional pen and paper, recording your income, debt balances, investments, and savings over time gives you a tangible way to measure growth. When it feels like you're standing still, or worse, going backward, your records can reveal otherwise. Maybe you've paid off a few $1,000s in debt over the last year, even if your savings haven't grown. Or maybe your net worth has stayed steady, which in itself is a victory during a recession. This perspective can be incredibly motivating. Additionally, consistent tracking helps highlight problem areas early. If your spending is creeping up or your investments are underperforming, these issues become visible, allowing for timely adjustments. It also helps enforce discipline, ensuring you remain focused on long-term objectives rather than reacting emotionally to short-term setbacks. The power of paying off high-interest debt. During times of economic uncertainty, preserving and maximizing your financial position is paramount. One of the most powerful, yet often underestimated, tools in your financial arsenal is paying off high-interest debt. Credit cards in particular can carry annual percentage rates, APRs, upwards of 20 to 30%. Carrying balances at those rates can rapidly erode wealth and limit future financial flexibility. Imagine you're holding a credit card balance with a 30% interest rate and have an extra $500. Using that money to reduce your debt delivers an immediate and guaranteed return equivalent to the interest saved, in this case 30%. That's a far better and safer return than what most investments can offer, especially during market downturns when volatility is high. Eliminating this kind of debt not only saves money, but also improves your credit score, reduces financial stress, and frees up future cash flow. In a recession, where job security and income may be at risk, having fewer monthly obligations can be the difference between staying afloat and falling behind. Furthermore, paying off debt builds a strong financial foundation. It increases your capacity to invest when opportunities arise, because your income is no longer tied up in interest payments. It's a critical step in shifting from surviving financially to thriving. Build a war chest, accumulate cash now. One of the smartest moves you can make before or during a recession is to build up your cash reserves. Beyond a standard emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, having additional cash on hand gives you the flexibility to invest when opportunities arise, whether in stocks, real estate, or a business venture. There are many ways to generate extra cash. Sell unused items in your home, hold a yard sale, or find freelance or part-time work using skills you already have. Even picking up a few extra hours at your current job could give you the extra cash needed to build your financial cushion. Rethink your debt strategy. If you've been aggressively paying down low-interest debt, like a home mortgage, consider scaling back temporarily. Instead of making extra payments, redirect those funds into savings. During uncertain times, liquidity, the ability to access cash quickly, is often more valuable than paying off low-cost debt. Of course, you'll want to continue making the minimum payments to keep your accounts in good standing, but holding off on extra payments and padding your cash reserves can give you the financial agility needed during a downturn. Avoid major financial moves or large purchases. One critical piece of advice during a recession: resist the temptation to make large, unnecessary purchases. This isn't the time to plan a luxury vacation, start a major home renovation, or install that backyard pool you've been dreaming about, especially if it means dipping into savings or taking on new debt. High interest rates, market volatility, and employment uncertainties make this a risky time to take on added financial obligations. Delay those big-ticket expenses until the economy stabilizes and your financial picture becomes clearer. Invest strategically in discounted markets. While market timing is nearly impossible to master, history shows that recessions often result in undervalued assets. High-quality stocks and index funds frequently drop in price, not because they're flawed companies, but because investors are panicking and pulling out. For long-term investors, this represents an incredible chance to buy valuable assets at a discount. If you're not comfortable picking individual stocks, consider investing in broadly diversified ETFs or index funds, like those that track the S&P 500. These funds offer exposure to strong companies with a much lower risk compared to individual stocks or speculative assets like cryptocurrencies. There are also variations of index funds tailored to specific goals, such as growth-focused, value-focused, or dividend-paying funds. These options provide excellent flexibility while still maintaining a relatively low-risk profile. Keep investing regularly, the power of dollar-cost averaging. If the idea of jumping into the market during a recession makes you uneasy, there's another simple strategy that works well in volatile environments. Dollar-cost averaging. This means investing a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, such as weekly or monthly, regardless of market conditions. This method reduces the emotional burden of investing and helps you avoid trying to time the market. Over time, you'll purchase more shares when prices are low and fewer when prices are high, potentially improving your average cost and long-term gains. Reassess your retirement accounts. Many people contribute to retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs without fully understanding what those funds are actually invested in. During a downturn, it's important to take a close look at your retirement portfolio and assess the quality of the underlying investments. Are you invested in solid, diversified funds? Are there underperforming or high-risk holdings that could be replaced with more stable options? Make these decisions with your long-term goals in mind, not based on fear or short-term market movements. Consider real estate opportunities. Real estate can offer compelling opportunities during a recession. While home prices might not always fall dramatically, you're more likely to find distressed sellers who are motivated to close deals quickly. This creates potential for investors who are ready to move. Rental demand often increases during recessions, as people may downsize, delay buying homes, or relocate for work. If you've been thinking about entering the rental property market, a downturn could offer better pricing and less competition. Start a recession-proof side business. One of the best ways to thrive during economic uncertainty is by starting a side business that offers essential services, things people will need regardless of the economy. Home repairs, automotive maintenance, pet care, child care, and basic personal services often remain in demand. Think about your current skills and interests. Is there something you could monetize that would still be viable in a tough economy? Consider online services, delivery or mobile services, or even simple product-based businesses that fulfill essential needs. Prepare now for long-term rewards. The truth is, opportunities don't wait around. When the economy begins to rebound, asset prices rise, competition increases, and it becomes harder to enter profitable markets. That's why preparation is everything. If you want to take full advantage of what a recession can offer, you need to start positioning yourself before the window of opportunity closes. That means building savings, reducing unnecessary expenses, studying investment opportunities, and sharpening your financial skills. Make sure you're ready to act decisively when opportunities appear. Final thoughts. Recessions can be frightening, but they don't have to be devastating. With careful planning, strategic action, and the right mindset, a downturn can be your moment to rise above the average and secure your financial future. Those who prepare wisely are often rewarded with exponential returns, while those who panic or remain inactive are left picking up the pieces. You don't need to be rich to take advantage of a recession, but you do need to be prepared. Take small, smart steps today that will put you in the best position to benefit from tomorrow's opportunities. The decisions you make now could set the stage for lasting wealth and security for you and your family.